What does it feel like to live as a ghost in your own home? Not a specter of horror, but one of profound, aching invisibility. To look at the person who promised to cherish you and see not love, but a mirror reflecting back every cruel word ever spoken to you. This is not a story about a cheating husband or a screaming match. It is quieter. It is deadlier. It is the story of a woman being erased, not by malice, but by 1,000 days of quiet neglect. A woman whose husband finds her ugly, whose touch turns him soft, and who has come to believe, with bone-deep certainty, that the cruelest voices of her childhood were the only ones telling the truth. The title of her post is 4 words that could shatter a universe. My husband finds me ugly. And the final line is a whisper into the void we cannot ignore. And I wish I were too. Tonight, we are not judging who is the asshole. We are conducting an autopsy on a living relationship, dissecting the slow, invisible violence of withheld desire and the prison of being seen as a best friend, but never as a lover. To understand the depth of the wound, we must map the original scar tissue. Our narrator did not wake up one day feeling ugly. She was systematically, institutionally trained to believe it. Family, classmates, church members. The message was delivered in words and actions. A relentless chorus. You are repulsive. She was the girl asked out as a prank, a public joke. Yet, within this, a fierce, fragile hope persisted. That somewhere someone would look at her and see beauty. That someone arrived, her husband. For nearly 10 years, he has been her companion, her best friend, her partner in interests, her supporter in therapy. He is, in many frames, a good man. He is not the cartoon villain. And that is what makes this story so complex and so devastating. Because the greatest betrayal is not from an enemy. It is when your sanctuary becomes the chamber where your deepest fear is confirmed. Their sexual struggles began at the start. And here, we see the first weapon of this invisible war, the moving target of blame. First, it was his long-term singleness. He got used to his hand. A logistical issue. Then, it was the Prozac. A medical chemical issue. It took years for the truth to surface, a porn addiction. Notice the pattern? The problem was never her. It was always an external mitigating circumstance. This is a form of gaslighting by omission. It creates a hope that if this one thing is fixed, if he adjusts, if he changes medication, if he conquers the addiction, then the love, the desire, will flow. She stayed. She fought. She cried, begged, pleaded, and even left. He went to therapy in 2021. He worked on it. And in a pivotal moment, she gave him a single clear task: to figure out how to spice up the bedroom. This was his assignment as the person with the dysfunction. It was a lifeline. He never did it. The intimacy problems persisted in the most humiliatingly physical ways, his body quite literally recoiling from hers. The moving target had finally stopped moving and settled on a barren, silent landscape of pure disinterest. Then, the final twist of the knife, he called her boring in bed. This is the masterstroke of this psychological dynamic. After years of his inability to perform, the blame is retroactively placed on her. Her response is a masterpiece of tragic logic. Well, yeah, when I feel like you're not enjoying it, I'm not going to enjoy it. Hence the one task I gave you. The system is perfectly closed. His disinterest kills her passion, which he then uses to justify his disinterest. Last night, she went to a bar. Men flirted with her. Asked for her number. For a fleeting second, an alternate reality flickered, one where she is seen desired. And then, her conditioned mind, the mind her husband has co-authored, performs the catastrophic reinterpretation. She does not think, maybe I am attractive. She concludes, these guys were hitting on me thinking I'm an easy and desperate lay. Because why would anyone want an ugly woman? Only as a joke or out of pity or for utilitarian sex. Her husband's silent rejection has not just negated his own desire. It has become the filter through which she processes all external validation, corrupting it into further proof of her worthlessness. This is the core of the trauma. She is not just lonely for sex. She is starving for authentic, enthusiastic, embodied want. Her husband offers her the sterile, safe love of a roommate, a co-therapist, a business partner in life. But the animal part of love, the part that says, I see you, and I must have you, is absent. And his absence feels like a verdict. Her edit is a scream of frustration. I am in therapy. She is doing everything right. But therapy cannot fix a marriage where one partner has unilaterally withdrawn from the erotic bond and reframed the withdrawal as her failure to be exciting. This is the sound of hope dying. I get the same I do and no answers. I don't know is not an answer. It is a wall. It is a refusal to engage in the excavation of his own desire. It is a statement that her pain is not worth the discomfort of his self-examination. Their relationship is not in a rough patch. It is an emotional hospice. She is mourning the living death of feeling wanted. Let's be brutally clear. This is a form of emotional neglect that borders on cruelty. It is the cruelty of the unspoken. His actions or profound lack thereof are a constant, low-grade broadcast. You do not stir me, you are not a sexual being to me. He may love her, in his way, but he is not in love with her. And by staying, by offering friendship without passion, he is locking her in a cell where the key is his desire, which he will not or cannot provide. She is a prisoner of his, I don't know. There's no couples therapy hack for this. There's no new lingerie that will solve it. The spice she asked for is not a technique. It is a fundamental magnetic pull that either exists or does not. He does not feel it. After 10 years in therapy, he likely never will. The only remaining question is, how much more of her life will she donate to the altar of his I do and know? Her path is not to change him. It is to perform the most radical act of self-love imaginable from her position, to believe the evidence of his body over the comfort of his companionship. To accept that her best friend is also the man who is slowly annihilating her sense of being a desirable woman, and then to leave. Not in a dramatic rage, but in a quiet, tragic, necessary act of self-preservation. To choose the terrifying possibility of being alone or of finding someone who looks at her with want over the certain slow death of staying. Question 1. Is a marriage without sexual desire, but with deep friendship enough? Or is it a profound soul-killing compromise? Question 2. At what point does a partner, do or know about their lack of desire become an active choice to inflict emotional harm? Question 3. Her husband is working on his addiction and is her best friend. Does this make the situation more tragic or more unforgivable? Question 4. She interprets male attention as pity. If you were her friend, what is the one thing you could say or do to help her believe, for even a second, that she might be wrong? This is not an AITA. This is an SOS. The verdict is not about blame. It's about survival.